she's one of she has a very very powerful story last year, and now she is in Germany, and she's still doing her grind, helping also fellow virtual assistants and some entrepreneurs who needs their services, who need services. Um, Let me just introduce, because I'm very happy that she's back. She helped us for the first season also, and her community also gave us the much needed support and boost, because we have so many speakers live last time. So her community, MK's community, and so many communities from the tribe, pitched in to make sure that Freedom Summit will happen. So let me introduce my guest today is a digital nomad who started as a virtual assistant in 2008. She has been to 25 countries while managing her online businesses, including the social media and virtual assistance agency. Social Prime is her company, and Vana, virtual assistant Network Asia. She currently employs over 20 team members in the Philippines and in Germany, and also coaches aspiring virtual assistants on the side through her community, Vana. So she will be talking about how to be a global Pinoy and how to launch a digital business and working online. This person, I had the pleasure of meeting her also when I was in Bali, and for some time, I needed somebody like a fellow Filipino to talk to when I was there, and she even introduced me to some of the original gangster community in Bali. So without further ado, I really want to introduce my next guest. Welcome, Kari, Javier.
Hello,
Hi.
Celia. How are you? Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
So, Carrie, I'll leave you. Yes, 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 very clear. I will leave you now. And like what Fabio said, you are free.
All right. So, first of all, I would like to greet everyone who is watching us right now. And of course, it is a pleasure to be speaking once again for Freedom Summit Global. So, I am going to share with you my screen. Give me a second. Okay. So, my talk is about how you can be globally empowered and launch your digital business from anywhere in the world. And I am going to start my presentation with a personal story. So, a couple of days ago, my son celebrated his birthday here in Germany. And as my partner went out to pick up his surprise gift, my son told me, Mommy, I think I know what your surprise gift is. You are picking up my cousins from the airport. And mind you, guys, his cousins are only 5 and 6 years old. So it was a little bit funny at first, but I had to talk to him about privileges, which is a really important topic right now. So I told him that, son, it's hard for some people to travel, including mommy. For some families, before you can even think about traveling, you have to worry about how you can put food on the table, pay bills and utilities, and struggle for quality education. So he got a little bit sad and he told me, so my cousins will never be able to visit me here. And I said, well, I did say it was hard, but not impossible. And I think that is the very essence of my talk right now. I know that a lot of you are experiencing hardships at the moment because of the current pandemic. Some of you may have been laid off from your jobs, businesses may have had closed. And so I want to hear from you. What kind of hardships are you experiencing? And how do we break free from whatever shackles we have, whether it's mindset, poverty, or lack of skills? And how do we become globally empowered and launch a digital business even at this time? Or should I say, especially at this time? So I would be asking you to join me as I share with you some of my memorable trips as well as lessons I learned along the way. Okay, so this is in Quezon City, Philippines, where I was born. And, we were never really rich, but I didn't fully understand the meaning of poverty until my dad passed away. So I shared my story during Freedom Summit last year. Some of you may be familiar with it. This is one of the places we stayed in after my dad died. You wouldn't even be able to see the house we stayed at because it's swayed further. You have to pass a couple of very narrow alleys. But last year, as I visited my aunt, same place, I took a picture because I wanted to show it to my son.
Sorry,
And
Kari. Sorry, Kari, you don't have a video. The screen is not shared, I think.
it's not shared. Okay.
Yeah. So can you share it again? I'll
Okay.
leave. Okay.
Okay, do you see it now? Can you see it?
Not yet. We cannot see the screen.
I don't know what's wrong. Okay, let me try again.
Yes.
Okay, how about now?
Because there's no shared screen. Uh,
Okay, hold on.
okay. Okay, that's it. I think I'm seeing it now. Okay,
All
I'll
right.
leave.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. So this is the place that I was talking about. And this is one of the lowest points in my life. I just lost my dad, and we were living in really desperate situations. But I learned a very important lesson here, and that is living in this difficult situation. I know that one day I won't have to be. And obviously, at this point, I didn't have any kind of freedom, whether it's time, location, or financial. So, next slide. So this is in Bangkok, Thailand, and it was about 6 months after I quit my call center job and I started working as a virtual assistant. So around at this time, I realized that I can actually work from anywhere as long as I have my laptop and I have a good internet connection. And so that's what I did. I traveled to different parts of the Philippines at first. And when I finally was able to save money, we went to Thailand. But in order to travel, in order to afford being a breadwinner, I was working 10 to 12 hours a day. And that's when I said, I don't want this kind of lifestyle because I feel that I am still trapped. And what I learned here is that you have to know your goals in order to achieve them. It's like, traveling. When you go to another country, you have to find out which specific country it is so that you know the best routes to take, the best airlines, what kind of clothes you have to bring so that you'd be able to survive. And then this is in Paris. So after knowing what I know back from the previous slide, I decided that I don't want to just increase my rate and grow vertically. I want to grow horizontally. I want to build a team. And that's when I started my first agency, or I think that was my second agency. So at this stage, I already have location freedom. I would say that because I have my team, I was able to free up my schedule and delegate most of the tasks. And also, I was able to buy and afford some of the things that I once only dreamt of. But I felt that something was still missing. That's when I realized that I was chasing after the wrong things. So the lesson I learned here is that don't just chase after your dream house, your dream cars. You have to chase after your dream lifestyle and how you can help other people. So don't just make it all about you. Okay. And now we are currently staying here in Germany. So we all went here last year after traveling in Asia and then in the US. And I could finally say that I am living the life that I once dreamt of. Um, you know, I am able to spend time with my son. I can walk him to school anytime I want, and my partner gets to do what he loves the most, which is being a dad. And I still get to work. I love working, even though I have an agency. I still make it a point to talk to clients and create new businesses if I can. So, um, yeah, what I learned here is that systems, people, and smart investment makes up your dream lifestyle. So when I say people, it's not just having the right people on your team, but also giving back and investing in these people. And smart investments, the keyword here is smart. You have to make sure that you are investing in real estate properties or financial investments that will yield results. So I could say that right now we are harvesting the fruits of our some of our passive income. And was it easy? Of course not. It is hard, very hard, but again, not impossible. So I think that if there is someone who can give you a testimony about starting from the bottom and being able to afford traveling and living in another country without making very, I would say, tremendous changes in our lifestyle, that would be me. And two things that helped me here is the mindset and launching my digital business. So let me just sip water here. Okay. So, and also I wanted to stress out that whatever stage you are in your life, there is always a lesson to learn. So keep looking for those valuable takeaways and see how it can impact and bring you to the next stage of your life. Okay, in order to become globally empowered, you need to have the global mindset. And I can't stress this enough. A lot of the past speakers during the last 2 days have been talking about mindset transformation. And I just want to make it really, really quick. So in order to have the global mindset, here are 3 tips. So one, you always have to be on the move. And I'm not talking about physically moving because I know a lot of us are still in lockdown, but it's what I mean is that you have to be constantly learning. You have to be constantly growing, whether it's by attending seminars like this or reading a book or learning from mentors. Next is prioritize practical over theoretical learning. So, as a student of the German language, this is something that I really struggle with. So back in the Philippines, I read a lot of books. I even enrolled in German school, but that wouldn't really matter if I don't come out here and, when I go to Starbucks or when I go to the grocery store, I try to speak, even though I struggle with my broken German. And, at the end of the day, some of them may not be able to understand me. But even if there's one person who is able to understand what I say, that is already a big thing for me. And I know that I am making progress. So don't be afraid to become uncomfortable. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone so that you can practice this second step. Next would be to think big. So again, whatever you feed your mind will find ways on how to do it. So make sure that you exercise those brain muscles regularly. So this picture is actually in Trevi Fountain in Rome. And do you know why Rome became one of the greatest empires in the whole world throughout history? If you have any guests, you can put them in the comments. So the reason is, one of the reasons why they became so successful is that they built roads. So they built roads in order to expand their empire and conquer new territories. And right now, roads may be literally closed, borders are yet to open, but we have a different kind of pathway opening up for us at the moment. Because of this current pandemic, we are experiencing digital transformation. A lot of students are now learning from home. You can, entrepreneurs can sell their products or services from anywhere, and more companies are hiring remote workers. So we right now have access to these roads. You, wherever you're watching right now, have access to this global market. Roads have opened up for you. So, do you want to build your digital empire? And most importantly, are you ready to build your digital empire? So if your answer is yes, I have a free gift for you at the end of my presentation. So just stay with me. And I just want to cover this very briefly. Why do you want to start a digital business, especially at this time? So some of the reasons are less hassle, low risk and low cost, and high demand. Digital business is one of the hardest businesses to kill because there is always a need for digital services. And if you are starting out, you still don't have any business in mind, you don't need a lot of capital, you don't need to worry about overhead costs. You don't even have to hire a full-time employee because this is something that you can do yourself, or you can hire a freelancer for a minimal fee. Now, I'm going to share with you my 4 steps in order to launch a digital business. And of course, this is a very extensive topic, so I'll just try my best to simplify it as much as possible, but still give you the full details. So number 1 is the niche market discovery. A lot of our speakers talk about picking one niche. So this is very important because this is where you work on your branding, you work on your values, your company values, and your target market. So first step is to choose your specialty. What will you do to help your customers? So this can be a service that you already know. If you are working at a call center, then you can start selling a customer service or technical support. Or if you want to sell a product, this is also something that you can do. So just choose your specialty, identify your target market. Who do you want to work with? Where are they located? Where are they connecting in social media? So this is one of the reasons why I'm still not on TikTok, because my target market, most of them are startup businesses and solo entrepreneurs. They don't have the time to do it. And next would be determine your advantage. How will you differentiate your brand so you can stand out? And this is where competitor research comes in. It's very important that you find out what are your competitors doing right and what are they doing wrong, and how can you improve that so you can have better service, better products. Next would be to craft your niche. So going back to steps 1 to 3, summarize it, make sure that you understand each stage and polish it. Step 2 would be to grow your global market. Marketing, this is where it comes in. So there are many ways to do it. I'm going to talk to you about the top 4. Number one would be online marketplaces and platforms. So whether you're selling your services or products, there are already established marketplaces and platforms where you can take advantage in exchange of a minimal fee. For example, if you want to sell virtual assistant services, then you can go to Upwork or you can go to Fiverr. They already have traffic coming in. They already have a client base. So you can already take advantage of that. If you're selling services, you can go to eBay, Amazon, or Etsy. Next would be social media channels. Of course, most of you are familiar with that. Philippines is the social media capital of the world. Next would be your website. And the last would be other digital marketing tools like SEO or newsletter marketing. So you don't have to do all four. Again, you have to understand where your market is, and then you test. You can try one or two among these mentioned here, and then see which one is converting for you. Step three is fulfillment and delivery. So in order to keep your business running, you need to be able to fulfill and deliver on your services or products. And my personal measurement of being able to do this is to ask yourself, are you able to deliver on time? Are you able to meet deadlines? Number two, are you delivering good quality? Next is your client happy? At the end of the day, of course, we want satisfied clients. And step four is actually very important because this is where you become irreplaceable. You become valuable to the company. Are you contributing to your client's success? Are you solving their problem? Are you fulfilling their needs? The next step would be to scale by leveraging people and systems. And I think this is very important because even at this time where everything is starting to get automated, I think that businesses still need a lot of human touch. The most successful businesses I know, they have good customer service. They have, instead of bots, they actually have humans answering chat or phone. So this is very important. And when you have the right people and the right systems, then that's when you can create a money making machine. And if you have to just focus on 3 systems, this is what I would recommend. So first, you need to have an effective lead generation system. Again, there are a lot of ways to generate leads, but what you need here is consistency. You need to be generating leads every day, and you need to be able to measure them. Next would be the sales conversion machine. It doesn't matter how many leads are coming in if you are not able to convert. So when we say sales conversion machine, this can be in the form of a discovery call or a free trial. And lastly, the people machine. Outsource and systematize. And one of the best tips I give to my clients is that one of your first hires should be a general virtual assistant. And not just any GVA, but a Filipino general virtual assistant. Because us Filipinos, we have a big network and we always know someone who can get the work done. So I have a free gift for you. This is a free ebook that you can download. It's 10 plus online businesses you can launch from anywhere in the world. And you can download it from my Facebook page, which I will share later. We will share with you the tools you will need. So this is an example. If you want to start a blog, it contains a little bit of a tidbit and where you can learn for free, as well as the apps or tools that you will need. So again, I would like to thank everyone who's watching. Thank you, Celia. Thank you, Fabio. Everyone who is making up Freedom Summit, as well as all of our speakers. If you want to connect with me, my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are pasted here. And of course, I would like to invite you to join our community, Vanna Virtual Assistant Network Asia.
Okay. Thank you, Kari. Thank you, Kari. We have so many things, so many engagement here. Somebody said that I agree that even we are working digitally, we have to be sincere with our clients that feel our care and delivering quality products. Yes, love. Love is really engaging with us since day one. I think we already have a winner for our some of our raffles because some of the people here are really from day one, day two, day three, until almost all of the speakers. They are trying to share their thoughts. No, Kari, I have a question here. From one of our
Mhm.
all of our audience. They're asking, how did you overcome visa issues when you're traveling? Because when you started speaking in the Freedom Summit, we are very we are very proud when you were talking about your story as a third world digital nomad. Is that right? So can you give us a tip? How did you overcome your visa issues when you're traveling?
Well, it is indeed hard for us Filipinos. And I think one of the things that helped me, of course, as a freelancer, you need to build your financial portfolio. So, as I said, you need to have money in the bank. One of the main concerns of these foreign embassies is they want to make sure that you're secured, you will not overstay, you will be able to depend on yourself. So, I think as long as you can justify that, then it wouldn't be an issue.
That's good because there's so many Filipinos. They think it's very difficult. How can I go around enjoy the digital lifestyle, digital laptop? I no the laptop lifestyle, the digital nomad um uh life when it's very difficult from our side, the third worlds in living in the third world country to get visa and all those uh, approval. So anyway, you inspired how many countries were you able to visit na, Kari?
I think about 25. And of course, I was planning to visit more this
Yeah.
year, but we were planning to go back to the Philippines.
So we can expand Freedom Summit, right? Maybe we'll have
Yes,
a Freedom Summit in Germany
yes, maybe next year.
maybe next year. So there. If you have other questions for Carrie, feel free to still send the comments your messages. Full loads of learning, Miss Carrie from Jenny Ann. Thank you, Miss
Thank
Carrie.
you.
Carrie. So many messages, heartwarming messages. Because, like what I said, our guests for the afternoon session are empowered women that help their community step up, rise above all challenges. And most of us, I think, that the main thing is the paying it forward. We were able to get out of the rut. We were able to find a certain niche that we can find be more effective. And because we got the formula, we're sharing it. And thank you, Carrie, for that. And
You're
thank
welcome.
you for your support. I'm always grateful that you're there. Even when you're out of the country, you would always message me still how you can help, how your community can help, and I really appreciate that. Me, Fabio, Charles, the rest of the team appreciate you, your team, the people behind those also who supported us in Freedom Summit One, because the vision is still there. Maybe we tweak a little, but still the idea is for us to develop freedompreneurs around the world. So if you have something, if you have an event, or if you want to remind them of your group, please do so. And then Thank you again, Gary.
Thank you, Celia.
Okay, so anyway, just join her group. We will flash it again on the screen. There, it's social Fry Me Kari. Let me just okay.